Hey everybody, I am so glad you're joining me on this webinar. I'm thrilled to be teaching this class. I've taught this class quite a few times live, and I keep getting the same response that people want to come but either don't live close or just can't make it because of scheduling. So I decided to create this webinar for you. So please continue with me in the whole thing. I have a couple special offers in the end, and also if you stick with me through the whole webinar, at the end I will tell you how to get 3 easy steps in how your business can thrive. Not just about vision boards and goals, but your business overall. So stay tuned for that. And then we're going to start with this. You know, I'm not perfect, but we're going to do the best we can to get it to share the slide as well as have the video. So I'm going to do a little bit of both here. But I just want to welcome you to the class, and I'm so grateful that you're here, and I'm so glad that something inside you said, hey, this is something I need to check out, and that you see that you want to make an impact in your business by tapping into some of this vision board stuff. I'll be the first to admit that I was not really on board with the vision board until I started to figure out what it was and how it worked and why it worked. And then I saw results and I saw incredible things happening that it was so much fun to keep going. And now I love it. Obviously, I teach classes about it and it's so much fun. So I will start first by telling you that when I was 15, I worked at Lagoon. Lagoon is an amusement park here in Utah, and I was 15, so this was my first job, and I was super excited. Just telling my friends that I was going to work made me feel probably more important than I've ever felt in my whole life. I loved it. It was so neat. So my first day, I worked at Coke Plaza. So I made the pizzas and the drinks, and I made them, right? I stuck them in a cooker and filled them up. So one lady comes to me and she orders a large drink. So I take her cup and I fill up the large drink. Again, first job here, hadn't had a lot of experience, but I'm filling up that soda, and it starts to get to the top and kind of starts to bubble up. So, you know, what do? I look at it, and I look at her, and I look at the cup, and I look at her, and I think, oh no, kind of hand, nope, that's not happening. So I got a new one, and I realized from that there's a lot of things that we do in life that are so natural and so totally okay sometimes. And then you move into this other phase of life, in business and in different relationships with people, that things that used to be okay, I was just fine that I slurped my drink every single time in my whole life until I was serving someone else. So roles change and things change. And that's what I think is so exciting about our vision boards is we can look at our goals and we can figure out what we really want for our business and know how to get there by focusing on our vision board. And I will tell you how. Let me switch now to my screen. Okay, you should be seeing it. Should be good. How to create a vision board for your business. And if you haven't already, please find me on Instagram at Highrise Holly and on Facebook at Highrise Success Mentoring. I would love for you to check me out there. I have a lot of free videos and good motivational tips and quotes, and it's a lot of fun. Okay, here we go. My goals for today are to, let me see. Okay, I really want you to have a passion towards your business goals. I want you to get excited about what you can do with your business. I don't want it to feel like, oh, here we go again, a job. How am I just going to do this and fill this seat and not feel like this is something incredible that you get to create. I want you to feel excited about what it is that you're creating. And I know for me, if I didn't get paid, I wouldn't be working. I would be doing something different. So if I'm going to work to make money, let's make a lot of it, right? Let's make our time so valuable and so impactful that we have to spend less time generating income, because I want to generate income so that I can live a life. And I want my life to be fulfilling and fun and wonderful. And yes, work is part of that. Teaching these classes is part of it. Buying and selling homes is part of it. But it's not everything. It is what fuels my life. I have 4 little kids and I love them. I want to spend more time with them. I also want you to have a knowledge of the law of attraction. Again, this is one of those things that I thought, well, it works, but I don't really know how it works for me, and I didn't have a lot of proof. But the more that I've been doing a vision board, the more that the law of attraction has just magnified in my life. And it's really neat to see how it works and almost play it like a game now. How can I make the law of attraction work? The fourth thing on here is I really want you to understand how to create a vision board. You're not going to be creating one right at this moment, but I want you to understand, and the benefit of watching this on a webinar is you're on your computer. So you can take some of the steps that people in my live classes don't take. But I just want you to know how to do it. So as soon as we're done with this webinar, you know exactly what to do to get your vision board up on the wall and start making it work. I want you to have a space to learn. We're going to be together for just around an hour, and this is an hour that you have to really focus on you, focus on your goals, and create this space that you're uninterrupted. You know, grab a drink of water, or I love herbal infusions, or whatever kind of drink you like. Grab a drink and just sit down and hang out with me for a little bit and get those distractions out of the way so you really have a clear space to focus and learn and get going. And then the last thing is I really want you to spend more time living and less time working. As we meet our goals as they relate to business and life, it's just so fun to live life instead of feeling like you have to go in and sit at work and sit at the office. But as you hope for things, you feel more passionate. A little bit about me is I have been a real estate agent for 13 years. I'm obsessed with learning and sharing information. I'm the kind of person that if I watch an amazing show, I want to tell you about it so you can watch an amazing show. If I learn some incredible tools, I want to tell you about it so you can use these incredible tools, which is what I'm doing right now. I am also a member of the Women's Council of Realtors, the National Association of Realtors, the National Speakers Association. I'm a continuing education instructor, which is really the first time I started to get my feet wet with saying, hey, I love being a real estate agent, and I have found great success in being a real estate agent. I have 4 kids, and I have been successful every year in real estate, and I've just loved it that I found myself more and more turning to other real estate agents, to new real estate agents, and saying, hey, this works for me. Try this, do this. And continuing education is a great way for me to share my knowledge and expertise with them. I'm a business coach, which again is something I'm so passionate about. I love grabbing a hold of people and really helping them see and believe in who they are. They can be so great. You were designed to be so great. So let's just give you some tools to teach you how to get there. Just like me slurping that soda, I didn't do anything wrong, but I learned better ways to do things right. And again, I mentioned 4 kids. I have 4 awesome kids. I have an amazing husband. I love my life. I try to live my life full out, totally passionate about what I do. Yes, I have days that I sleep in and want to be lazy, but I know those are intentional days off, and I get back on the next day. A goal, as we talk about setting goals and what are you going to put on your vision board, a goal should scare you a little and excite you a lot. I want you to feel really pumped up about your goals and almost a little bit nervous too. I want you to think, I'm really pushing myself. Because if you're comfortable and if you set goals and you say, yeah, those are easy, then you're not really pushing yourself. There's nothing inside you to really go for it. I want you to think for a minute about yourself and your goals. Why are you here? Why are you tuning into this webinar? What is it that is making you say, you know what? I want to have a vision board. I want more. I want more for my life. Why? Is it your family? Is it a car? Is it a quality of life? Is it a status? Is it a person? You know, what is it that is bringing you here that is making you say, I want to set some very specific goals for my business and I want to get them. I want you to think about your top achievement from 2017. Think about if you were to look back on, you know, the biggest things that you did in 2017, what is that one thing that just really surprised you, or a place that your business went that you weren't expecting, or what kind of goals you achieved? Think of your top one. And I want you to think of your top achievement from 2018. It hasn't happened yet. And when I do this in my live classes, I have people team up and I say, tell your partner your top achievement from 2017 and your top achievement from 2018. And you're going to say it as if it happened. So if you have a goal to close 30 transactions in 2018, you turn to your partner and you say, I closed 30 transactions in 2018. So I want you to think for just a minute about what your goal is and just say it out loud or write it down as if it happened, as if it's the present or really past tense. If it was, December 31st, 2018, what is your biggest goal? And what I love doing when this is live is seeing people's faces. They always their smile gets a little unsure. They get a little giddy. They're kind of excited and a little nervous because we don't give ourselves permission to feel successful until we get there. It's like, I can't feel like I've closed 30 transactions until I actually do. I can't be proud of myself. I can't feel successful. I can't feel that way until I do it. And what I want to teach you about the vision boards is that's not true. You can feel and generate and create this amped up, pumped up feeling as if you already had your goals, and that is what is going to help you get your goals faster. Your reticular activating system, I think a lot of you have heard me teach about this before, but I really love this. What do you call it? It's in your brain. It's so neat to learn about this in your brain. The reticular activating system is what tells you what is important. It's what tells your conscious what is important from your subconscious. An example that most of you can relate to is when you're driving, you buy a new car. You buy a new car and all of a sudden you're driving on the road and you see that new car everywhere. You notice it everywhere. You notice it in the lane next to you. You notice it in the parking lot. You notice it down the freeway. And it's not that that car was never there before. It's just what you were so hyper focused on. You were focused on this car, this year, this model, this color, and you start to see it. And I would even add that it is attracted to you. You start to put out there that that is what you want. I gotta get a drink here. And as we learn to use our reticular activating system, our conscious tells our subconscious what to focus on, and our subconscious finds it in places that we don't have to consciously think of what we're doing. And this example says it controls your sleeping, your walking. Your subconscious does a lot of this stuff, and it's a sophisticated filter. So it will filter out all the stuff you don't need. Like looking in, even let's say my backdrop here, my bookshelves. If you are a world traveler, you might be looking at this globe. Oh, it's in the middle of the ocean. Sorry, it should be on some cool land. If you love bonsai trees, you probably went to this. Like your eye and your reticular activating system probably filtered out the most important thing that you notice because it's what you focus on. So we can use our reticular activating system to focus on our goals. It's really incredible the way it works as we focus on and have this vision board and really fine-tune what we want. It goes into our subconscious, and then we don't have to think about it all day long consciously. Our subconscious has already said, oh, you know what? The reticular activating system already told us what's important, so we're going to notice opportunities throughout the day. So having that in mind, it really helps you understand why we do want to spend time focusing on our goals and creating that excitement for them. So I want you to think right now what you are currently focusing on that is expanding. Just like when you buy that new car and you see it everywhere, because that's what you're focusing on, you see more of it. If we look through some of these examples, are you focusing on how generating leads is too hard? Oh, I never get any business. No leads ever come my way. Nothing ever pans out. Well, guess what you are going to see more of? If you're focusing on relationships not working out or always meeting the wrong people, that's what you're going to find more of. Those kinds of people are going to be attracted to you because you're focusing on them. I have a couple friends that are single and they have expressed, oh, I would love to be in a relationship. I would love to have a family. But do you know what I hear from them a lot is, dating is the worst. I always meet creepy guys and things never work out and there's no good guys left. And just going on a date is the worst thing. I don't like it at all. So what do you think that they are creating more of in their life and focusing on that's expanding? They are seeing all the guys that are creepy. They are going on all the dates that are not fun. Another one is all the ways you fail. If you focus on all the ways that you do things wrong, you are going to see yourself doing more things wrong. Reasons you don't have enough money. Reasons that all your money is gone. you're going to find more of that, and that is going to expand. Versus the flip side is, I have enough for my needs, or every day I am gaining more and more success. Something like that, where okay, I'm in a forward moving motion. The second to last one, why everyone else is so successful. Are you focusing on how everyone else is doing a good job and you're not? You're going to see all the people that are doing way better than you, and you're going to compare yourself to them. And then the last one is all the people that don't need your services. I work with a lot of realtors, so if we're talking real estate terms here, you're going to start to notice all the people that just bought a house, or that can't qualify for a house. The more that you focus on your non-ideal clients, I don't know if that's a word, but I'm using it as a word, then the more you will see those kinds of people in your life, instead of really focusing on the kind of client you want and creating what it feels like to work with them. In the same example with my friends, focusing on the kind of guy they want to date. Instead of saying something like, there's no good guys out there, be like, I just haven't found him yet. I know he's somewhere. I've got to go on a lot of dates before I find him, or whatever kind of feeling they're generating towards that forward moving motion towards what you want. And I know it sounds kind of simple, and it is simple, but it does take a shift to start thinking of how you're going to do it that way. How is this going to work, and how does this actually play out? And noticing when you do it the other way, because now your reticular activating system is focused on, what am I focused on? And you'll start to see when you say things like, my kids are always late. No one ever wakes up on time. I always sleep in, or I never have anything to wear. Shift that focus to, my kids are learning how to wake up early, or no matter what, I always wear clothes every day. I guarantee you're not naked, so you always have something to wear. Thoughts become things. If you see it in your mind, you will hold it in your hand. I love this quote in talking about the law of attraction, because everything that we have in our life, if you look around your office, look around your car and your desk and your bedroom, everything that is in your life at one point was a thought. You thought about buying those shelves. You thought about buying that furniture, and now you have it. And you can continually do that if you focus on it. Some of my experiences with my vision board, which has been really fun, is thank you cards. And I know some of you have heard me tell this story before, but it is probably one of the most impactful stories that I have had with my vision board, and I absolutely love it. I wanted to show more gratitude. So some people will create a vision board, like you see them a lot online, that's just magazines cut up and like pictures and words and love and gratitude and health. And while that is really good, that helps you start to feel that, it doesn't really give your reticular activating system specific things to focus on. So I wanted to be more grateful, and I thought, how do I do this? So I was at Michael's and I saw a pack of 50 thank you cards, and I thought, I'm going to write all of these. I'm going to write all of them. I'm going to finish the whole pack. In the first 2 weeks, I wrote 8, which was a big deal. That was harder than I thought it would be. My reticular activating system was definitely focused on people that I could be more grateful towards, people that deserve to be thanked, which was really fun to be in that mindset. So the first 2 weeks, I wrote 8 cards. Dave, my husband, would go to the mailbox and he would come back with a couple cards, and he would say, why are these people writing you back? I thought, give me those cards. I'd look at him. These people aren't writing me back. I am getting new thank you cards from other people. In 2 weeks, I received 5 thank you cards. People don't really write thank you cards that much anymore. I think the whole previous year before that, I probably got 5 in the whole year. So in 2 weeks, I received 5 thank you cards. That was incredible to me. It gives me goosebumps every time I tell the story, because it really just opened my eyes to what I was putting out there. I was sending the message of, I love writing thank you cards. I'm finding ways to show gratitude and to express my thanks. And you know what came to me? Is the exact same thing that I put out. I became a magnet for what I was sending. Another experience that I had is I wanted to drink 100 ounces of water in 7 days. And it doesn't sound like a lot, but really it's a lot. Like, this is about 20 ounces. So what is it, 5 of these a day, which I'm gonna have some right now. And it wasn't an insane amount, but I just needed to focus on it. So my goal was 100 ounces of water for 7 days. And I just focused on it. I would look at my board and I'd say, okay, I'm going to do this. And it feels so great to drink water. And I love being hydrated. And it seemed like everywhere I looked, there was water. Every building I went in had free water bottles or a drinking fountain, or there just happened to be extra water bottles laying around in my car. It was really neat to see how water really was attracted to me and was everywhere I looked. And another one is Dave and I got our house paid off. And this was a really cool experience because we didn't really use a formal vision board. At that point, I hadn't been using one and hadn't really fine-tuned how I like to do my vision board. So we just had on our mirror in our bathroom a big chart, and we just put how much we owed on our house in increments of 5,000. And as we got closer, we did it in increments of 1,000. And every time we would pay on it, we would just color in that 5,000. And we focused on it every morning, every night. It was on our mirror. We would see it and we would focus on it. And I think too, we focused on how to make more money to pay that off. And because we were so focused on that, we saw less of all the ways to spend our money elsewhere. We still spend our money on, we still played, we still did stupid stuff. We weren't like eating, ramen noodles and doing nothing else. But we found these ways to save money other places because we were so focused that our money went here. It was a really cool experience because we paid our house off in, I think, 3 to 4 years after buying it, which is really exciting for us. And then when you finish your vision board goals, so this is an example of a vision board. Hold on, I'll show you the other one. That one's kind of shiny. I'm going to come back here for a minute. Hi, here's an example of a vision board. So you are going to have a picture, and oh yeah, Ryan Gosling. Let's do that. Hold on. Oh. Sorry guys. Look, he looks good too. Do your hair like him. You're going to print a picture and you're going to have words with it and you're going to cut it off. I like that these are separate. So you're not setting one vision board that's all kind of glued together for the whole year. Because what happens when you accomplish something? You have to buy a new car. What if you get that done January 15th? Then you are going to want to switch this out and put something new on there and always be evolving and growing and setting new goals. So you have your vision board like this, and then once you pull something off, you are not going to throw it in the garbage because that is not where your goals belong. You are going to put it in your success book. This is my success book. I just created this little digital thing in font. Like, just get a piece of paper and write it, but create a success book. And then in here are all of my goals that I have accomplished. Like, I wanted to homeschool, so I did. And now my son's back in school. Here's my 50 thank you cards right here. I know this is shiny, so it's hard to see, but it's just a really simple book full of all of my, here we go, all of the things that I've done. My water goal, classes that I wanted to teach, my kitchen remodeling. This is a watercolor I painted that I didn't think I could, and that was exciting. So if you haven't been doing a vision board, look around and find what things are successes to you. Maybe just the fact that you have your real estate license, or that you opened a business, or that you did something is a success. So stick your business card in there. Stick your, high school diploma in there, or a college degree, or something that gets yourself pumped up to feel successful. And this is more for your subconscious than it is your conscious. Your subconscious will look at this book and think, oh, I guess I'm kind of good. I'm doing something great. It will feel good. And when you feel good, you will create more of that feeling. So when you look at this book and you feel successful, you will create more of what makes you feel successful. Simple, right? So easy. So you're going to do it. All right, let's go back to the share screen. Guys, I really appreciate you. Okay, here we go. It worked. Here we go. Every action is preceded by thought. If we want to control our actions, we must control our thinking. I love this so much, and it's so hard. You know what, to be honest, I'm so sick of going to seminars or watching YouTube videos that just tell you, like, be positive, be awesome, be amazing, and you kind of are like, yeah, okay, but they don't tell you how. They don't tell you what to do. It's just like, be more motivated. Okay, all right, now how? And I love this vision board because it can give you specific goals, not just smile more, but Smile to one stranger 7 times. Like smile to 7 strangers. You know when that is done, and your mind has a much easier time seeing how that will get accomplished. So we're going to get into how to create your vision board. And this is really fun. You're going to brainstorm your goals. The next slide after this is going to give you some sections, but you can divide your goals up into, I think 9 is a good number of goals to have on a vision board, but I learned that from Kirk Duncan. He taught me a lot about vision boards. He's amazing. And I've kind of put my own spin on it, but you can have these different areas of your life. Money, okay, so the slide after this will show that. But you're going to brainstorm your goals, what you want to do. And then you're going to make them specific and measurable. So just like we talked, if it's something like, I want to drink more water. If you just put drink more water, how do you know when you've ever accomplished that goal? If anything, you'll say, oh, well, I guess I kind of probably did that. I don't know. Let's take it off. We're done. But if you have something very specific, like drink 100 ounces of water for 7 days in a row, I know when that goal is done, or I know when I need to start over. So making it measurable lets you know when it's done and when it goes in your book. Find a picture and print it with words. The picture is great for your right side brain, and the words are great for the left side of your brain. And putting them together really makes it a whole experience. So just like these are, I think you saw that enough, but the pictures with the words. And then I want you to hang it up in a visible location. I don't want this in the back of your closet. I don't want it, laying on the table and books come on top of it. Mine is right by my nightstand. For a while, I kept it right in the mirror in the bathroom, and I think that's great. Have it somewhere that you are going to see it a lot. And we are always on our technology, so take a picture of it and have it be your wallpaper on your phone, or at least store it in your phone to when you have that downtime, and we always want to hop on social media or play around on our phone, that you just open it up for a minute and you work your vision board, which I will show you how to in just a minute. Then you're going to look at it often and generate that excitement. If you think of a power plant, I love Brendan Burchard uses this example, but power plants don't own power. They create it. So sometimes people will say, I don't feel motivated. Okay, well, you can create it. None of us are born with some people I guess are, those kind of people that are just, they run marathons in their sleep. But I'm not that kind of person. You have the ability to generate motivation, generate excitement, generate the ability to get your goals. If you haven't got your goals in the past, okay, now you know how. This is that picture I was telling you about that shows you some areas. You can do money, you can do health, love is one on there, family. I like to have a big goal, something that scares you a little bit, something that you maybe don't quite know how it's going to happen. I recently set a big goal that I wanted to speak in front of 1,000 people. And I wasn't sure how it was going to happen, but I just put it out there and I just imagined, 1,000 people watching me and what it was going to feel like. And then, what was it? Some people suggest to put the dates on the back of these. I haven't really done that, but maybe I should start because I don't remember when I put it up exactly, but I think it was less than a month. And I got asked to come do a guest spot on KUTV's show Fresh Living, and they have well over 1,000 viewers. So it was really exciting that happened. And I didn't know how or when, or I thought it was really big, and it happened really fast. A travel goal, an education or training goal, a big achievement. Maybe there's something else you want to do, some skill you want to learn, or something you want to accomplish. And then your network. Maybe there's someone you want to meet, or someone you want to get connected to, or something you want to be involved in. So this is really great. Take a picture of it or write it down, and you can create your own ideas. And then from here is where you kind of brainstorm what you want. And then you're going to go to Google and just type in that kind of image. So if your health goal is to have a six-pack, you can go to Google and type in six-pack and find the picture that feels like it gets you excited. Like, this really looks like, maybe the same body type as me, or a cool background or something. And then copy that picture, print it, and put some words on it, and you're set. There's 7 ways to add jet fuel to your vision board. And this is where it gets really exciting, because you have your vision board and you get these things up and you think, okay, great, I know what I want to go for, and I'm excited and I'm a little nervous. And yes, there's this voice telling me, I don't know if you can do it, but you want to try and you want to go for it. 7 tips that are really going to help. Number 1, feel all the feelings and the good feelings. When you look at your board, I want you to really live as if everything on your board happened. You're going to go through your board, and really 3 minutes or less is all it really takes. And twice a day is fantastic. 3 times a day is even better. More than that, you are just focusing in, and it will happen even quicker. But you want to feel what it feels like to accomplish that goal. So to give you some reference, a year ago, I was 30 pounds heavier. I'd had 4 babies, and I just hadn't lost the weight. Seemed like every kid I gained an extra 10 pounds. And then 4 babies later, I just was not feeling great about myself. I mean, I was happy and life was great, and I had these 4 beautiful kids, but I just felt really down on myself. And women, some of you can relate, where, we have all those clothes that used to fit, and I would look in my closet and see those pants that didn't fit anymore, and I would get really down on myself. And unconsciously, I didn't realize that I was doing this, but I would tell myself, oh, you're not good enough until you can fit into those pants. Like, you must be a horrible person because, look, you can't fit in those anymore. And as much as it sounds kind of ridiculous to say, I would feel that type of feeling when I would look at those clothes that didn't fit. I would feel that type of feeling when I would look at the number on the scale and just think, oh, I'm just horrible. I'm a loser. Like, this is embarrassing. And I don't like myself, and I can't feel happy until I look down and the number is this, or until I fit in those pants. So I put off feeling what it would feel like to feel great about myself. As I started to learn these tools and to become aware of how I was feeling, and that I had the ability to feel however I wanted, I love vision boards. I also love having some positive affirmations. So part of my process and journey has been to have positive affirmations. One of them which said, my body is amazing and I am beautiful. And as simple as that is, that was really hard for me to say and believe and feel, because I didn't feel that way. I thought, no, I can't feel this way until I'm back at that size, right? Like, that's how it works. You can't feel good until this happens. You can't feel wealthy or successful until you actually are, right? Wrong. You can generate that feeling, and by generating that feeling, it helps you get to that goal even faster. I would wake up and I would say this to myself, that my body is amazing and I'm beautiful. And it was hard at first, and I would see my vision board was a certain weight number, and I got some pushback from that voice that's like, nope, you actually suck, don't do it. Come on, please. So I started to be aware of that voice and tell myself, no, I can feel amazing. My body is amazing. I've had 4 kids. Look at what your body can do. Your body can love others. Your body can serve. Your body can help people. Your body can travel. Your body can communicate. Pay attention to all these amazing things that your body can do. So instead of saying, like, I'm a supermodel, I said, I'm amazing. My body's amazing and I'm beautiful. And it took probably about 3 days, really, before it started to feel kind of good. And it almost makes me emotional, because I didn't realize how long I had not allowed myself to feel good. How long I had told myself that I wasn't worth feeling good about because I hadn't hit a number or I didn't fit in those stupid pants. So when I say feel all the feelings, what I'm telling you is look at your vision board and feel what it feels like to accomplish that. Even something like, on here with the picture of Ryan Gosling, which I did for the KUTV's Fresh Living show, I just put on here, start dating the man of my dreams, because there's a lot of people that want to be in relationships. So you look at this picture and you feel what it feels like to be kissed and hugged and texted sweet texts and loved and thought about, and what it feels like to think about someone else and love someone else. And as you feel those feelings, your subconscious will have a better grasp on how to get there. It won't feel so foreign. It won't feel so unfamiliar and something that I don't know how this is going to turn out, so I'm going to keep you safe and not do it. Our minds are designed to keep us alive and to keep us safe. And as we go for something that's unfamiliar, it says, whoa, 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 hold on. We don't know how this is going to turn out. So until you show us that this is going to be okay, we're going to keep you safe. It sounds silly, but you've got to create that experience for your mind. Get there first. So as I told myself these things in the morning, and as I looked at that number on my vision board, I started to feel amazing. I started to feel like what it could feel like when I fit into those dang pants that I fit into now and I don't even like, okay? But I created that feeling, and you know what happened is I felt really good. You know, when you get to the gym or you get like towards a goal, you start to get more momentum because you see that it can happen. That's what happened. And really within 3 days, I told Dave, I feel so good and I haven't lost a pound. I feel better about myself than I have in years, and I'm still the same weight. And then I started to lose weight because I valued myself enough and I felt great that I wanted to eat better, that I wanted to go running because I already felt fantastic. And people that feel fantastic take care of themselves. People that feel horrible, they're the ones that don't take care of themselves because why? They already feel horrible. So as you make that shift in all of your goals, people that feel broke all the time typically stay broke all the time. People that feel like, oh, money is always replenishing and abundant are the people that do have a replenishing source of income and live in abundance because they put that energy out there. And number 2, listen to music while you look at your board. You can go to YouTube and search, epic instrumental music or epic piano or motivating music. Find something. I tend to like the lyric-less, the wordless music, because sometimes the words distract me, but put on music and look at your vision board and create those feelings. If you're looking at Ryan Gosling, imagine dating a great guy. Imagine that first date, how incredible it's going to be that you guys just click. If you want to drink water, just imagine how great it feels to be hydrated. And, oh, I love drinking so much water because I feel great. My mind is clear. Same in the present tense. And when you have music on, it's just going to amp you up that much more. Music is such a powerful tool to feel great. Number 3, let go of things. I'm talking about clutter and I'm talking about negativity. Let go of things that's holding you back. When you walk into a clean house, things are put away, the shelves are clean, the counters are wiped off. I'm not talking about someone that is a clean freak or something. I mean, even clean freaks, their house, it feels good, right? You walk in there and things just feel good versus walking into a house that things are in chaos and there's, stuff everywhere like Hoarders. I get anxiety if I ever watch that show, Hoarders, because it's not great. It's not a great place that you feel like you can create and grow. You feel stuck and you feel trapped. So clean up your crap. Get rid of that stuff. Get rid of that those negative thoughts, and get rid of all that stuff around you. You don't need it. Number 4, be ready to receive and write down your next steps. As you look at your board, you'll get ideas. Your reticular activating system is so tuned into this goal that new things will start to come to you. So you might be looking at Ryan Gosling and think, oh, okay, I want to date this guy or I want to do this thing. And guys, you can get a picture of a beautiful woman too and create this feeling for you. But you want to look at it and say, okay, what do I have to do? What's my next step? If this is going to happen, I don't have to know 20 steps ahead. What would be step number 1? And you'll get ideas. Your subconscious will show up for you and say, hey, I know so much more. So let me tell you a couple things that could work. So write them down and get moving. Number 5, clear up yucky relationships. I describe yucky relationships as those kind that, maybe you're walking down the grocery store aisle and you see that person and you want to turn around. That's the kind of person that you might have things you need to clear up. They can be done through a phone call or an email. Maybe an apology is needed. And if you feel like they need to apologize, maybe some forgiveness is needed on your side. And you don't have to call someone and be like, hey, remember how you're the biggest jerk ever? I just wanted to let you know I forgive you for that. That probably doesn't need to be done through a phone call. But I want you to consciously be aware of what kind of feelings you're harboring harboring towards others, and let go of some of them. You can do that in a letter that maybe you don't send. Write a letter to this person that offended you, that really hurt you, and forgive them. You don't have to send it, but you could write that. Also, if you feel like there's things left unsaid in a conversation, maybe someone passed away and you didn't get to tell them things that you thought, things that were on your mind, things that you felt about them. You could write that down. Continue that conversation with them and finish that. And then you won't have this inner dialogue just playing and taking up space and energy inside of you. Number 6 is serve. The universe wants to give back. The more that you are kind and that you help other people and you go out of your way and you let people in on the freeway and you take someone a meal, even though maybe your kids don't have any food at home, but you made something and took it to someone else. I have done this where I took a meal and then I came home and I said, oh, what's for dinner? So serve other people, help them feel great, be kind, things will come back to you, not necessarily from that person, but the universe wants to pay you back. And I, for one, could use all the favors that the universe has for me. Number 7, meet new people and open new doors. You can network with people and you can get to know other people. Go out of your way to make friendships. And don't walk into a room and scan the room and say, okay, who can give me what I need? But don't even scan the room. Walk into a room and be friendly. Get to know a lot of different types of people. Be genuine. Make friends. And you know what? When you need something, people will show up for you if you show up for them. And then we're going to talk a little bit about why your vision board isn't working. What things can happen to make you feel like, vision boards don't work. Nothing's happening. First thing, you don't believe it. Yeah, this is cool. I don't know. Like maybe you're not even going to do it. It obviously is not going to work if you don't do it. I have some people that I'll coach and I'll say, how's your vision board coming? They say, I kind of got it in my mind, but I haven't done it yet. It's not going to work the same if you just have things floating around up here. You've got to get them on paper. Low interaction with your board. Maybe you never look at it. Maybe it is in the back of your closet. Maybe it's printed out, but you've got it under some papers and you never really see it. Low interaction is not going to activate this reticular activating system to go after your goals. The third one is you're concerned about other people's opinions. If you are looking at your vision board and you think, this is cool, but I really shouldn't do this because if I get that new car, what are my neighbors going to think? And I probably shouldn't be successful because it might make them feel bad. Don't do that. And that's the last one too. So the next one is you're triggered to believe it's selfish. So often, and I can relate to you women out there and even husbands that feel like, or anybody, but if you have a family or a spouse, sometimes we feel like, well, if I go after what I want, it's being selfish. I need to constantly be giving to someone else. And while that's great, you need to support your family and your relationships. When you go after what you want and you thrive and you are excited about life and you have things you're hoping for and going after, your family is going to be so proud of you. And it is going to just make you the kind of person that they want to be around. The next one is you allow destructive thoughts to continue. Destructive thoughts are going to come up for sure. You're going to look at that picture of, Ryan Gosling is just staring at me right now. So sorry, I keep bringing him up, but you're going to look at that picture and think, oh, you don't deserve that. You're going to hear this little voice. It's like, you could never have that. You've been single for a long time and you'll probably be single for a long time. And you think about it, but don't give that much thought. Don't let that play out. When you hear that kind of suggestion or comment come up, give it a better one. You can even write that one down and chuck it. I like to write things down and burn them, but be aware that those are some negative thoughts and don't let them continue. Focus on the positive. Focus on the things that are great, the reasons it will work. Because when people worry about the future and when you worry about this might not work because of this and this and this, well, it might work because of this and this and this. Why should I just focus on why it won't work? Why can't we focus on how it could be really great? The more you focus on all the ways that it will work and all the ways that you can continually move forward, that is the kind of energy that as you invite that into your vision board experience, you're just going to take off. Another one here, it feels weird. And it does feel weird, okay? When you have it on there, you look at these things and, this isn't something I've done before. Maybe I shouldn't look at, I don't know. And I can't really allow myself to feel great because I don't yet, and it feels uncomfortable, and it will feel uncomfortable, but just stick with me and just keep going. Create those feelings. In person, when I do this class, I'll call someone out and we talk about their goal. And if we say, hey, okay, you want to go to Hawaii? You're on the beach in Hawaii, and close your eyes, and can you feel the sun on your skin? And people usually giggle a little and get excited. And that's the feeling that you want to go for. That's the feeling that you want to really zone in on and say, yeah, I can feel this way. I can do this. This feels incredible. And then the last one on here, you hold back because you don't want others to feel bad. You don't want to lose weight because all of your friends might feel bad because they'd like to lose weight too. Or you don't want to be more successful than someone in your office who has seniority, or they've been working a lot longer. I shouldn't be more successful than them. And again, that sounds totally ridiculous, but it's in there. These are some of the thoughts that come up for people that, well, I really shouldn't be that successful because they'll feel bad. When you are successful, you push others to want to be great too. As you hit a big goal, people look at you and think, if you can do it, I can do it too. They get hopeful. There are some people that, sure, they're just miserable and they want everyone else to be miserable, but don't you be miserable so they can be happy, because they never will be. I love this quote. Everything is energy, and that's all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. It can be no other way. This is not philosophy. This is physics. And this goes into where we talk about really creating that feeling. How does it feel to be a top producer in your office? How does it feel to walk in and see your name up on the board as, most sales this month, or top producer for this month or this year? You can feel that feeling. And as you match that frequency of what a top producer feels like, being a top producer will come into your life so much quicker. So guys, this stuff is pretty cool, right? Do you feel a little pumped up? Do you feel a little motivated, like ready to go for it and excited? Think about that while I get a drink. I get really excited about this, and I just want to share with you real quick. My best friend, my beautiful friend, I'm going to show you this here. Janelle, this is one of my, let's see, is it blurry? This is Janelle Adams. She is one of the greatest people I've ever known. April last year, she got a headache, and 3 weeks later, she passed away. And even the day before she passed away, her husband sent out a text saying things are looking better. And so it was completely unexpected. I love helping people succeed. I loved spending time with her and building her up and helping her feel great about herself. She was incredible, and she did that for so many people. In February, before she passed away, her and her husband went on a trip to Dominican Republic. It was the last trip they were ever going to take together. They had no idea that they knew they were going on the trip. They didn't know it was going to be their last one. And I sat with her, and we came up with some powerful statements for her vacation. And I'd been learning about mentoring and coaching, and I loved it, and I was excited about it, trying to figure out how to transition from real estate to coaching and what was going to work. And she said, I'll be your client. And I was like, yes, okay. So we talked about it, and we created some really powerful statements for her vacation. And she had these statements, one about her kids, how she was going to miss them and she was worried about them. But her statement was, I know my kids are safe and with people I trust, and they're excited, because they were excited to go to grandma's. They were excited to be with their aunts. And she wrote that statement, and then I had her read it to me, and she just took a deep breath and she said, oh, that feels so great. And I think about that now because her kids are with people she trusts. And it's really cool that she kind of came aware of that. She wrote a lot of things about the kind of experiences she wanted to have on her trip, the kind of time she wanted to spend with her husband, what she wanted it to be like. And they came back and they said it was one of the best trips ever. They canceled things that they were going to do because she said they just had so much fun talking, and they spent extra time in the room just hanging out and being together. And she said it was such a blast. And even after she passed away, her husband sent me a message and said, you did so much for her. You really changed how our last couple months were together. And that meant so much to me. And it just felt like this huge punch in the stomach of like, I need to do this more. Punch in the stomach probably isn't quite the right analogy, but I wanted to do this more. I wanted to really help other people feel awesome and love their life and find success where they're putting work and find love where they're putting their time and energy and efforts, and really go for things that they're not quite sure they can do because I believe they can. And as I had this experience with her, I just had such a profound feeling that there are people that need to hear from me. So if you're here and if you stuck it through this whole webinar, then I feel like we have a connection, and there's something that you can teach me and hopefully something that I can teach you. So if you'll just bear with me for a little longer, I am going to give you those 3 easy steps in how your business can thrive. And I just want to tell you a little bit about some of the services that I offer and see if any of them are interested and just sound interesting to you. So mentoring is really holding someone accountable. It's giving advice, it's coaching, it's being a support and being a belief. I love being this for people. I love creating a space where we have people that really want to succeed together, and we push each other and we grow together. In this program, what you are going to get, it's a group mentoring program. So we have 8 weeks of group coaching. That looks like a live call, a video through Zoom, and we post it to a private Facebook page. But it's every week we have, I'll show you on the next slide, the topics. There's 8 live trainings, and then you have access to this private Facebook page that only people that have invested in themselves and that really want to make a difference can have access to. And you also have a PDF workbook. All of that is a value of $14.47. Here's our weekly topics. Week 1, and I'm moving this video around. I hope that it actually does move, but setting and getting your goals, attracting success, and taking care of yourself. The first week we talk a lot about how are you caring for yourself? Do you feel like miserable and beaten down, or do you feel like, you know, that feeling when you just get a massage or eat something and you feel really great? You're like, I can take on anything because you're taking care of yourself. Week 2, positive language and declarations. We talk about how to say what you want to have happen. I love the vision board. I love the visual. That's a huge part of it, but also having daily affirmations, declarations that activate your reticular activating system in a different way and really set your intentions for your life. Week 3, how to nourish your network and how it can be fun. So often in business, we look for, I got to find new business. I got to find new business, rather than looking at your current network of business and how do you market to them in a non-marketing kind of way? How do you remind them? How do you get their reticular activating system focused on you? Week 4 is how to recover from failure and move forward faster. I know for me in real estate, you know, I'll see a neighbor put up a sign and think, wow, really? I'm a realtor. Why do you use me? Like, what's the problem? And that used to really take me down. I just would feel like junk for a while and feel like, oh, every time I'd see that sign and think, I must not be that great or whatever. You know, we all have these failures. We have deals that fails. We have clients that tell us no. But how to recover from that so that it doesn't affect us moving forward. Week 5 is marketing and branding yourself. I have a lot of experience in social media, and we're going to talk about how to use social media and how to market in a current way. Week 6, organization in business and in life, in home life and car life. Talking more about clutter and how to get rid of that chaos around you so that you can move forward. Week 7, femininity in masculine environments and why it matters. And men, this is for you too. A lot of work environments tend to be very masculine, which is great. For me in real estate, I do contracts, negotiations, and closings and deadlines. And I come home and Dave will say, oh, I love you, let's cuddle. And I'm like, we got laundry, we got dishes, we got dinner, we got to go. And sometimes I forget that I need to balance my femininity and masculinity. And just like men, you might have clients that you are great at the paperwork and the negotiations, and then the deal fails and maybe they just come to you like, oh, what do we do? This is horrible. And you will need to use some of your feminine qualities to comfort them and support them and tap into that emotional side. So we go through both the feminine and the masculine traits and how we can access both of them. And then week 8 is how not to quit when it seems so easy. I think all of us can probably relate to what it feels like to set a goal and then say, well, oh, well, I set it a while ago, and maybe it doesn't really matter anymore. We are so quick to let ourselves off the hook. But I'm going to teach you some ways how to keep going, even when you feel like, oh, this is easy to quit. You're not going to. We're going to start this program on January 15th, and it will go for 8 weeks. On Monday at 10 a.m. is the live trainings. My first bonus I'm going to offer you is my recommended reading list. I have read so many books. I mean, look behind me. This is a small sample of some of the books that I've read. And there's some books that are awesome and impactful and wonderful, and there's some books that I think are junk and that are a waste of time. And I'm going to give you the books that I think are the most impactful and the books that are really going to help you propel the fastest. So you get the 8 live trainings, access to the private Facebook page, the PDF workbook, and the reading list, the 8 weeks of group coaching. And then you are also going to be teamed up with an accountability partner/team. I haven't quite decided. I got to kind of look at the people. We usually do small teams, but you are going to have people that you connect with, that you talk with, and that you answer to. When you have someone to answer to, not only does it push you to succeed, but you want to succeed because you want to see them succeed. If they answer to you and you think, oh no, we've got to report to each other tomorrow and I have to tell them I did this or didn't do it, the drive to tell them, the drive that you don't want to fail is better than the drive that you don't want to do it. So I don't know if I kind of messed that up, but it's really great to have a partner because it pushes you to succeed just so you can tell them you did. Total value of that is $19.47. We're also going to have, the accountability team. Okay, there we go. There's the team. I knew I put that in there. Sorry, guys. It's the team. And then we're also going to add through the 8 weeks, we're going to have 4 live Q&A sessions where I'll just hop on and open up to any questions and comments. And some of you might say, hey, I've been doing this on my vision board and it hasn't quite worked, or I've been doing this certain thing and what can we do? And you can ask questions and we just chat. We chat about what works, what doesn't work for me and for you and for other people. We can get ideas from each other that way. So total value of all of this is $2,347. Now, I'm not going to charge you that amount, but I just want you to think that if all this did was finally give you the freedom to work less while generating more success, would it be worth it? Would it be worth $2,300 if you thought, oh, you know what, I can make my work more rewarding and I can be more successful? If all this did was to give you a kick in the butt to finally take your business to the next level, and you know that next level because people around you are reaching it, that next level that you know you can get to, it's possible, it's in your sight. If all this program did was get you there, would it be worth it? If all this group mentoring did was to help you meet those goals that you've had for too long, that you've set over and over and over, if you finally met those goals, would that be worth $2,300 for you? Or if all this did was give you a couple more clients this year, would it be worth it? I know in real estate, my average client is worth well over $2,300. So a couple more clients a year by getting my mind right, by getting focused on certain goals, for sure is going to be worth $2,300. Similar group mentoring programs, ones that I have personally paid for, are $19.95. My regular price for this group coaching that I like to have is $11.95. And then my sale price that I've had for a long time, a lot of you have probably gone and checked on my website, is $7.95. But for this session for January, it's 2018. It's a really exciting year for Janelle getting this stuff going. I am going to do it for $4.97. You can go to, there'll be a link right below of where you can click and sign up. You will get the emails of what to do next. You will get the workbooks and you will get added to the Facebook group. And then our first call is January 15th. So guys, that is less than a week away. Do you want to make a difference? Are you ready? Are you ready to say, you know what, I've learned so much great stuff today, and if I don't have someone to answer to, I might not do it? How many of you have taken notes and you're going to go put it in a pile next to all your other notes of other classes and not move forward? Make the decision now to invest in yourself and make a difference in your life. $497 can do that for you. And I like to think of this, this analogy. I think it's really fun. being on airplane mode. You know, when you travel, you maybe put your phone on airplane mode, unless you are a rebel or something, or just turn it off, but you have it on airplane mode and your phone will be on, but nothing happens. The whole flight, nothing's happening. You land, and then it's finally safe for you to turn it off airplane mode, and you switch it off. And then what happens to your phone? It starts ringing, ding, 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 ding. It starts blowing up. And all those messages, where were they? They were just floating. They were just right here, just waiting for your phone to be off airplane mode. And what I would ask you is, are you on airplane mode? Have you kind of like zoned out and you just do things on a regular basis? There's things that you really want, but you're not tuned into anything. That as soon as we get you off airplane mode and get you focused, laser focused on what you want and who you want to be, do you think there's things that are right around you that are just ready to start bing, 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 coming into your life? I think so. I do want to just give a quick little information about the personal mentoring clients that I get. I only have 2 spots open right now. So I want you just to think if this is something for you, call me pretty quick or we can sign you up for the next round. I do them in 90-day increments. But with personal mentoring, you get all the topics and everything we talked about with group mentoring, but we really custom tailor it to you. You might say, I love those topics, but some of those don't really apply to me, or I want these ones now, or I want you to just look at what I'm doing and tell me how I can move forward or what I can do different, and really get a custom view on your life, your actions, and your goals. The way the personal mentoring works is you have 12 60-minute coaching calls, and it's once a week, and I like to do them early in the morning, get you out of bed and get you moving. And we have a really powerful conversation, a 1-hour conversation. They're recorded and get sent to you so you can listen to them over again. And we really focus on what you need specifically. And some people say, well, the group is great, but I don't really want to have to team up with other people, and I don't want to have to wait for certain topics, or I don't want to have to log into anything. This is just you and me. I am your accountability partner. Custom focus on your goals. Through the 90-day program, we have 3 30-day goals, and we set up specific action steps, and you report back to me on those action steps. And I am going to send you this How Your Business Can Thrive in 3 Easy Steps. Everyone is getting that today, so I will send it to you. I'll tell you how to get it in just a minute. And then the bonus on here too is, I know not everyone watching this is a real estate agent, but this is really powerful. This is a lot of what I did with Janelle. Top 5 ways a real estate agent can take a real vacation. I do use some real estate terms, but really it's good for everybody. It talks about how that business person can go from working and being busy to really getting the most out of your vacation, how you can make that vacation exactly what you want it to be. So you're going to get the calls, you're going to get me as your partner, your focus on your specific 3 30-day goals, how your business can thrive, and that audio we just talked about, and I'm going to give you the recording of this class. So with personal mentoring programs, they can really vary anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000. A couple of the big guys, the big guys, they charge $50,000 to $100,000 for their personal mentoring. Regular price for my personal mentoring that I do is $49.95, and sale price on my website is $39.95. And then today, really till January 15th, I'm doing it for $29.95. Again, I only have 2 spots, so if this is something that you say, I'd like to do, but maybe I need to hold off for a little while, if you contact me before January 15th, I will still do it for this price. But after this, it will go up to the $39.95. So that is, till 15th. So thank you so much. To get that How Your Business Can Thrive in 3 Easy Steps, go to my website, holly.dance, and a prompt will come up. You put your email in there, and I will send it to you. And that's a really fun audio to listen to, too. Hold on. Let me get here. I want to just thank you so much for being on this webinar. And if you have questions, please reach out. There's links down below how to get to my website and how to sign up for this program. It starts January 15th. And if you get signed up a little bit before, you'll be ahead because we've already got some training video on there with sort of what to expect, and you can get your PDF workbook. Guys, I'm super excited to have you be part of High Rise Group Mentoring or personal mentoring. Thank you for sticking with me. Please work on your vision board. make it happen. Be incredible. Make 2018 an awesome year. And I hope you have a great day and a great year. And find me on Instagram, HighRiseHolly, HOLIE. And you can get some more motivational tips. And on Facebook too. We'll see you later. Bye.